What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? sorry, I had to push the time back. I got home late and I had to push the time back. What's up, everybody? Let me say hi to the people. Hey, Layla, Corey, Kenya, Cupcakes, Nikki, Lemon Kush, Keisha, Morgan, Mama Mina, Amber, In Cut. I hope I said that right. Khadijah, KK, Belize, Hey, Phil. Love the reunion. The ladies came through. Montrez. Hey, everybody. So, hey. Oh, I don't have no water over here. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, I got some water. Okay, I got some water. Hey, everybody. So, let's get into this reunion, honey. So, first of all, let me say that I didn't enjoy the reunion looks more in person. Okay. Let me just go ahead and be real. We had a whole conversation about these reunion looks weeks ago, and I did not enjoy them. Sometimes things look better in person. I think I might have liked Candy's dress more in person. Uh, but I really still feel the same way I felt, honestly, overall, as an overall look. Hey, Xavier. I really, 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 really hate that whole underboob thing that Kenya's got going on. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't like it. Maybe I'm a woman and it just don't do nothing for me. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, again, and listen, different strokes for different folks. That's what makes the world go round. So for those who liked what they like, it's great. Um, so anyway, still hated Marlo, Sheree, Monyetta, and Kenya's outfits. Dropping out the clouds. Hey y'all. To say there he go. Don't do Kenya. Anyway, I thought Marlo looked beautiful. Okay. So, and I sold them the previews, but I was dying that Kenya used the same read that I used. That Marlo outfit looked like Miss Roper. So Kenya, me and you were right here, girl. We were boop, boop, boop. We were right here. My nails match the reunion looks. Right. It's time for me to get them done too. Anyway, so let's get into this reunion. So first of all, let me say this. Can I say this, y'all? Yeah, I'm over the props. Can I say that? I'm over the props because here's the thing. The props were cute when people first started doing them and they worked. Now everybody trying to do props and they just not. The props just aren't given. The props just aren't given for me. We're gonna get to these props later on. But let me just go to my notes. So first off, the the first thing we listen, and let me say this. I'm so sick of these people lying. Listen, you on a reality show, girls. You are on a reality show. You signed up for whatever comes out, okay? And it is what it is, and stand in it. These lies, I just can't do the lies. What you're not gonna do is look me in my face and lie. Sheree said she was having a breathing problem. Sheree, and so she had her nose tweaked. Sheree, you at no point in time in any part of this season while we were filming did you mention anything about having breathing problems. You talked about your thyroids. You planned a whole trip to Portugal, I put that in air quotes, to go get some holistic healing on your thyroids, even though you didn't do no holistic healing. You did one sound bath that you could have done in Atlanta, okay? But girl, you did acupuncture for your thyroids. You did all these things. And allegedly, the reason why you went through all this holistic therapy is because you were scared to have to go under surgery, yet you have had your boobs done, you have had your face done, you have probably had other things done that we just can't see. But we supposed to believe that all of fibroids, I said thyroids, I'm sorry, Belize, thank you. Your fibroids, girl. I'm supposed to sit here and believe that you were scared to have fibroid surgery, but you didn't have no problem letting them tweak your nose. And we know you did more than tweak your nose, girl. You did more than tweak your nose. That's the stuff I just listen. The one thing I will give Marlo say, listen, she said everybody on the stage has had something done. Everybody in this stage has been to somebody's doctor and had something done. And you know what, Marlo? I'm going to give you the hand clap for that one. I'm just going to give you the hand clap for that one. Marlo said we done all been to the doctor. We have all, thank you, Cameron. We have all been to the doctor. So Sheree started us off on a lie, okay? Then we got into Martell. Now look, Sheree said that her and Martell still talk on a regular basis, but she has taken a step back because Martell just got too much shit going on. Now on that one, I think she was telling the truth. She said she took a step back from Martell because he just got too much shit going on. I'm with you on that one, Sheree. They got into the whole Kenya Martell DM situation. Child, I don't care. I really don't care about I didn't care then and I don't care now. I mean, other than the fact that it turned into a whole kerfuffle. Do I think that Martell said something to to Kenya 2 years ago? Yeah. Do I care? I don't. I didn't care then. I don't care now. We will never know what that man was gonna say. We don't know whether that man was gonna compliment you or try to hit you up. And even if he was trying to hit you up, so what? So what? I didn't see what the big deal was then, and I don't see what the big deal is now. Okay? Anyway. Let me see what else my notes say, child. Pull back from okay, I said that. Okay. Too much noise. Okay, yeah, I got that. All right. Now, the next part would have been, let me tell you something. The next thing that happened, baby, would have been it would have been an epic reunion moment. It would have been an epic reunion moment. But Kenya, you fumbled the bag. Okay? You fumbled the bag. So what we found out is that Kenya's divorce is still not final, which we already knew. She said that Mark is now holding her in contempt of court. And one of the things that he is saying is based on the footage from the show where Marlo was kicking down Kenya's door. During that scene we saw early on in the season saying that she has Brooklyn in unsafe situations. And she was like, yeah, so because of that, because of what happened with Marlo, he is basically giving him ammunition. And so Andy gonna say, well, Marlo, how do you feel about that? And Marlo was like, I really feel bad about it. I'm sorry that, I'm sorry that I had any part in giving Mark any ammunition against you. And Kenya was like, oh, that's great. Well, that's why you getting this subpoena. And here you go. Baby, when I tell you I was in this bitch like, oh, I was writing them notes. I said she just served her at the reunion in front of everybody, baby. She got all them witnesses. I said, oh, shit. Yes. Kenya. Andy opened up that damn piece of paper and it was blank. She gonna say, oh, they must have printed out the wrong copy. Ma'am, listen, let me explain something to you. Something like that is like when you was a kid writing a list to Santa Claus. He's making a list and checking it twice, okay? If you printed out that subpoena Or first of all, I don't know nothing about how subpoenas work. I ain't never had to personally print no subpoena. But baby, if you had done, you were supposed to make sure that all your T's were crossed and your I's were dotted. Because what you had to know was that somebody was going to check you. And you had to know that messy ass Andy was going to read it. You had to know that. No, what you thought you was going to do was hand Marlo that envelope and it was just going to play. You, girl, I said, Kenya, you just fumbled the most epic could have been moment on a reality TV reunion. Can you imagine if Kenya really had served Marlo and that had been like a valid thingy? Can you imagine, y'all, if that had been a valid thingy? Child, I was so mad. I was so mad at Kenya. Then Kenya gonna come back and start talking about, well, Marlo was talking to Mark 2 years ago because we subpoenaed his phone records. Girl, again, that sounds like some stale tea. Now, do I believe that Marlo might have had a conversation with Mark? Perhaps. I don't know. Perhaps Marlo called Mark. Now, do I think that Marlo called Mark? Kenya said that Marlo called Mark to try to get some dirt on Kenya. Maybe. I could see that. I could see Marlo playing dirty like that. I really could. But after the flop of the subpoena, then that fell flat, because I think at that point, all of us, somebody in the chat said secondhand embarrassment. Exactly. That's how I felt. So at that point, now it's secondhand embarrassment, and you have not recovered from that subpoena moment. You have not recovered from that subpoena moment. You should have just stopped. Because honestly, now I don't even care. Now I just don't even care. I don't even care no more. I don't care if Marlo was talking to Mark 2 years ago. I mean, you could have dropped that during the season at any point in time. You could have put that down to the Twitter. Like, it just fell flat. So I said, and that's why I said I'm over these props, y'all. I'm over them trying to bring props and I'm over it. I'm just over it. So Kenya, epic fail. Okay? Epic fail. Then what had happened next, child? Then they brought up Sheree's birthday. Listen, again, I'm over the Sheree birthday thing. When I had one opinion, when I thought that Martell put this dinner party together for Sheree's birthday and that he planned it, he invited the people, and this was something he, as her boyfriend, was doing for her. I did have a different opinion and from what I have now. Now that we find out that Martell was just an invited guest, then now he wasn't supposed to pay for nothing except for his food and Sheree's food. And they said he did. They said he paid for his food and Sheree's food. So the rest of y'all was supposed to pay for y'all own food. It doesn't sound like this was a situation where Martell planned a dinner for Sheree's birthday. Now, y'all know I hate when y'all make me defend people that I don't even like that. I don't even like defending Martell. But under those circumstances, I understand why Martell was like, so y'all just want to cash at me and I just put it on one check, or what y'all want to do? Because I've been in that situation where we at the restaurant and we like, look, everybody just want to cash at one person and you just use your card, or do we want to split it up and everybody put their card on the table? Her film, it wasn't filmed at all. The cameras weren't there at all. The cameras weren't there. It wasn't filmed. And I'm gonna tell you, because Candy and them didn't even know about it. If it had been filmed for the show, they would have all gotten a call sheet. It wasn't filmed. Exactly, Cali girl, they did that, and that's why my opinion, Cali girl said, but they gave off the assumption that Martell did the birthday party, so it made it look like he was doing. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that word is. And that's and agree. I agree, and that's why I had the opinion that I had at first, where I was like, nah, I feel like Martell should have paid, but once I found out more details, I was like, nah. Amber says she don't care. He's still trash and so it's right. And again, I can separate the two. Y'all know I try to look at things on a case by case basis. Overall, I still don't really give a damn about Martell. But in this instance, I ain't gonna put all this on Martell. I'm just not. Moving on. So then, baby, why Andy throw shade at Sheree talking about something? Well, Sheree, you do have an interesting relationship with bills. What you say? Andy said, Andy said, I put this in quotes. Andy said, Sheree, you have an interesting relationship with bills. No, she got an interesting relationship with the truth. Because she be claiming she pay these bills. Then Sheree said, so then Sheree and Candy got into this whole argument about Sheree's plastic surgery and her shots and her butt shots and all that other stuff. That was silly. It was just catty back and forth. But then they got to talking about the She by Sheree stuff. And this again is what I'm talking about when I'm like, y'all just be lying for y'all just be saying just dumb shit. So you mean to sit here and tell me? Oh, I'm sorry. We gotta go back to another Sheree. Hold on. Let me write it down because I'm gonna forget to say it. I'm gonna forget to say it. Hold on. Let me write it down. Okay. So you mean so? Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. So Candy said the things that are on Sheree's website are not the things that came down the runway because she never paid the designer. Sheree gonna say, so what? The fuck you mean, so what? That is the whole purpose of having a fashion show. So people will want to buy the fashions. What else? What? Baby, what else do you have a fashion show, Sheree? If you ain't gonna sell the fashions. Now, I'm not even gonna go down the road. I'm not even gonna go down the road that the designer said you still ain't paid them, and they said that they're gonna drop whatever receipts they have after the reunion once they find out what lies Sheree told at the reunion. So I'm sure I'll probably do a video on that tomorrow, child. We're gonna talk about them receipts. But y'all, here's the thing: does Sheree have a website with merchandise on it? She does. Um, is it the merchandise that she had at the fashion show? No. I'm gonna be honest. I liked some of the stuff that I saw on the runway. That stuff was nice. I actually liked it. And I mean, if it had been reasonably priced, I might have been like, oh, let me get a piece of that. But when I went on to that website 3 weeks later when it was finally working, and all I saw was that wrinkled "Who Gonna Check Me Boo" shirt for $300 and some hoodies and some leggings from She by Shein. I was not impressed. And it did not make me want to buy nothing. Then Sheree gonna say, child, then Sheree, Andy gonna ask her has she turned a profit. Sheree gonna say, well, you know, Andy, most businesses it take 2 to 3 years to turn a profit. Not no online t-shirt shop. It don't. Let me tell you something, baby. You did not open up a 5-star restaurant. Okay, you did not open up a fashion store in the middle of a high-end mall, ma'am. You did not start you're not buying businesses and buying up properties and flipping them. Girl, you selling t-shirts on a website. Do you know how fast you can flip t-shirts on the website and make a profit? Girl, you can buy them t-shirts for bulk. You can get them things pressed out and get them in the mail. People run people run t-shirt businesses out their basement. What you mean you ain't turned a profit yet? You have a ready-made fan base. Child, no, I know that's why she didn't have the stuff, Amber. She didn't, right. And that's the part she's not talking about. She didn't have any of those fashions on the runway because she didn't pay that man or that woman. He didn't, I think it's a man, and he wouldn't release it. I know why she didn't have it, but that's my point. That's my whole point. You know? Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can start selling t-shirts tomorrow, post it on Instagram, post it on TikTok, post it on my community wall, and I can make a profit. You know why? Because I could probably order or go somewhere and buy a bunch of t-shirts in bulk and get them t-shirts made. And I could buy the t-shirts for $5.99 a piece, and I could sell them t-shirts for $30, and I can make a profit. I didn't say I'd be rich. I didn't say I'd be able to quit my job, but I can make a profit. Then Sheree pulls out this envelope. Oh, I'm thirsty. I need to give me another water. With this high school page maker newsletter project that you could print down to the Kinkos in color. Y'all, how many of y'all put a one in the chat if somewhere in your career that you had to make one of them newsletters, or you ain't have to make one, but you did one of them little newsletters you could use, what they used to call it back in the day, back in Microsoft Word days, like the early Microsoft Word, what they used to call that thing, what they used to call it, y'all, editor. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You could make you a little newsletter, and you would cut and paste the pictures in, and you would type it in the newspaper columns. You could change the fonts, and you could put the pictures in, and you could print them. And you could take it. You have a color copy machine. You could print them things out. Y'all know what I'm talking about back in the day. I'm talking about, y'all know the old folk like me. Y'all know what I'm publisher. Yes, that's it. Just simply thank you. Microsoft Word publisher. Y'all know what that's it. Microsoft Publisher. How many of y'all in school made one of them? Somewhere in your educational career, you made one of them things. I'm raising my hand right here because I did. I said, Sheree, you put more time, effort, and energy into creating this damn newsletter about Candy than you did about making sure She by Sheree was up and running. If you had put that much energy, y'all, she had a whole newsletter about all the bad reviews about Candy's restaurants. Then she had, and look, and here's the other thing I need y'all to understand. You know, when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about the tribe. I'm talking about y'all. I'm talking about the other people. Here's the other thing I need y'all to understand. A read don't work when it falls short. See, here's what you can't do. You can't say, oh, really, B? Your hair is all sweated out. Look at you. Why your hair look like that? And you don't have no hair. You can't read me about my hair being sweated out, because it rained on. Y'all know I ain't got no perm right now. You see it's a little puffy up here. You can't say nothing about my hair sweated out when you don't have no hair. So Sheree, you tried to read Candy about her store tags. Okay. Number one, Tags is not meant to be an original fashion house. Okay. Candy buys them fashions from AliExpress and Fashion Nova and all them other places, and she put it in her store. Okay, it is meant to be, a Forever 21 type situation. It is meant to be. I need an outfit to wear to the club, and then I might not be able to wear it again, but it only cost me $20, so I ain't mad. Okay, it is meant to be one of them type of little pretty little thing situation. That's what it's meant to be. But here's what you can't do, Sheree. You can't read Candy about a store that has been in business consecutively for the last 12 years over a business that you supposed to have started 15 years ago and has only been open for a year. That's what you can't do. You can't do that. You see what I'm saying? See how that it don't add up? Hey, Pat. You see how this shit don't add up? You can't read somebody that's had a restaurant for the last 15 years because you opened up a food truck 6 months ago. The math don't, you can't do it. Just stupid. Oh, where you been? You cute. Oh, that's a cute outfit. That's what. So you just can't. I mean, just yeah. So Sheree, you went through all of that and had a whole newsletter calling yourself Reading Candy. Okay, so Candy Restaurant got some bad reviews. Okay. Okay, Candy got 3 damn restaurants, and they say they about to open up another one. They about to open up a pizzeria or a Mexican restaurant. They about to do something else. Shit, she got 3. Uno, dos, tres. You got a website that you can't even keep up. You see how I don't? You see, you can't compete where you don't compare, ma'am. So that was another receipt that I feel like fell flat, but it is gonna be in the clubhouse. Andy said that will be at BravoCon. I ain't mad at you, Andy. I ain't mad at you at all. Okay, so those are those notes, child. So then we had to have this whole conversation about Drew and the girl, and y'all know I don't care no more. I don't care. Here's the thing. I believe what I believe. I believe what I believe. Now, don't nobody else have to believe nothing. You at this point, it just comes down to who you believe, child. I believe that Drew kissed Latoya. I believe Drew kissed Latoya, and I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say because Candy said it, Marlo said it, everybody who was there said it happened. Even Marlo she tried to moonwalk out of it, but later on in the episode with her and Drew got to arguing, you heard what Marlo said. You kissed the girl and you liked it. Stop lying. You know you kissed that girl. So Marlo tried to moonwalk out of it, but later on, when her and Drew got to arguing, she threw that shit up out there. Now listen, y'all can believe who y'all. Somebody left it in my comments. You wasn't there. You didn't see Drew kiss that girl. I didn't. I wasn't there and I didn't see it. You're absolutely correct. I ain't seen the moon landing either, but I believe it happened. Now, I know some people don't, and that's fine. I do. I believe it happened. I wasn't there when they had slavery, but I believe that happened. I know that the people came off the boats on the chains and they was in slavery. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there when the Japanese dropped the bombs on Pearl Harbor, but I believe it happened because that's what I said. I feel like it happened. Okay, so it is my opinion. Okay, and y'all ain't got to agree with me, and that's cool. That's what make the world go round. But baby Drew, you kissed that woman, in my opinion. And I just don't care anymore. And then after all of that back and forth arguing over the last couple of weeks, social media, speak on it, and all that other stuff, Drew ass is going to turn to Candy. Andy trying to move on to the next segment. Drew going to turn to Candy and say, we good, right? We good? We good. Girl, everybody on that couch, including Andy, was like, what? No, y'all not good. Baby, Candy just sat there and said that she used to have sympathy for you because she thought that Ralph was gaslighting you. But after the way you lied on that stage, she's starting to believe Ralph. And you going to ask Candy, girl, we good? No, y'all not good. I see. But you know what, Phil? You said Candy turns on you when you go against her. I don't think it's Candy turns on you when you go against her, but I do think there's certain things that prove, okay, you're not somebody that I want in my world. My thing is this. I get it. We're on a reality show. We're going to shade each other. We're going to talk shit. We're going to blah, 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 blah. But Candy has said repeatedly, what you're not gonna do is call me a liar. Now I know for some people their line in the sand is in different places. And then she shaded the movie, and then she tried to be like, well, Candy just did all of that for a storyline. I love it when y'all do that. I love when y'all say in my Gabor voice because I hear it every time. Y'all know I love me some Gabor. I love when y'all do that. I thought what happened in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. It did stay in the dungeon. Let's be clear. Let's get in the car. Let's put this car in reverse. See, Phil, here we go. Y'all know me and Phil got to disagree, child. We've been getting along too well, child. We've been agreeing too much. Let's put the car in reverse. Let's drive back down to season, what was that? Season 12, season 13, whenever the hell it happened. Let's remember, if we really want to go down that road, the only reason why anything in the dungeon from that party got talked about is because somebody, allegedly Kenya, somebody leaked the story to the blogs about what happened with Bolo and allegedly Portia and Tanya. If you really want to go there, let's get in the car and let's go on reverse. Let's get in the car and let's go on reverse. Candy was not the one that told the business. It got leaked in the blogs. And that's where it came from. Remember, Latoya was the one who said it went down. Candy didn't start this rumor. Candy didn't start this. But what Candy did say, and remember, Candy said she did not know they were being taped because the cameras were gone. Remember, that argument got caught on Marlo's camera phone. So even then, Candy still didn't bring it to everybody. And like Candy said on her speak on it, there are things and conversations that we do have off camera that I never bring on camera. She said Candy even said that. She said the conversations that these women talk about their sex life and the things that they do and the things that they don't do and what they like. She said they try to act like prudes on camera. But when them cameras ain't rolling, we have all kinds of conversations. And she said, I would never bring that. She said something that's not discussed on camera, I don't bring on camera. And I think that's all the more reason why Candy's upset, because I feel like maybe Drew has said some things when the cameras ain't rolling. But anyway, that's just my opinion. And let me be clear. My opinion about people and their privacy is different for what you put on a reality show. And I know that that's not fair for some people. They're going to be like, that's not fair. But you sign up for a reality show, which means that to a certain extent, you sign up for your life to be scrutinized. It's not fair, but it is part of what you sign up for. But I do feel like if you don't discuss it on camera or you don't bring it on camera, I understand respecting what's not discussed on camera, right? That was a storyline 3 seasons ago. It just so happens that the Drew Latoya thing got swept to the side because most people were focused on the Portia Bolo part of it. But it was discussed back then. Just nobody harped on it. Candy is worrying about who Drew is kissing. Talk about who you kissing. If you such a good friend, give her one of your NDAs. She might have tried. Who knows? I don't think Candy's worried about who. See again, Phil. You be picking and choosing what to hear what I'm saying, and I love you, but you ain't hear nothing. Either you had already typed that, or you didn't hear nothing I just said. Candy didn't start this whole who Drew kissing situation. All Candy said was, "Don't lie on me because you know that I know it went down." Candy did not make this a storyline. If you really want to know the truth of the matter, Marlo made this a storyline because Marlo sent that video to Toya because the cameras were not rolling. Marlo turned this into a storyline. Had Marlo never sent that video to Toya, this wouldn't have even been a thing. I don't think it would have blown up like this. But I could be wrong. Who knows what production would have used, child, at this point with this production crew. We don't know what production would have used, child. And that's the other reason why it became an issue, because of the whole rumor with Drew and Ty. That's another reason why it became a thing, is because of the rumor with Drew and Ty Young. So y'all be wanting to put everything on Candy, child. I swear, y'all would blame the recession on Candy. Y'all would blame Trump getting arrested on Candy. If y'all be trying to give Candy everything. Phil, Candy didn't put it out there, Lord. Anyway, I'm moving on, child. I'm about saying keep arguing with Phil. All right, moving on. Moving on, child. Moving on. What else I got? Where I leave off? Okay. Okay. Marlo talked to Ralph. Baby, did y'all see the look? Hey, Busy. Y'all, Busy the reason why I was late. Busy Blue is the reason why I was late. Busy invited me over to his house today for a cookout, and I got to meet the family and everything like that. Busy's a sweetheart. He is a sweetheart. I got to play with the puppies and all that good stuff. He's got a really cute house. And it was a good time. I wish I could have stayed longer, but that's how much I love y'all. I said, Busy, I gotta get home. I gotta watch the reunion. I got a live schedule. So that's how much I love y'all. But thank you again for the invitation, Busy. I had a good time. I look forward to, child. I sat there and helped them. I helped them plan Christmas brunch. And got invited. The family said, you can come on to the brunch. I said, I'll come to the brunch. Y'all say Busy is fine. Ooh, they're floating with Busy. Who flirting with Busy in the chat? Oh, yeah. Anyway, did y'all see Drew's face when Marlo said that Ralph called her? I would have been Drew. Now, Marlo, that's the second time in one, I don't know how many hours, but that's the second time in one day you was accused of talking to somebody's husband behind their back. Marlo, and that ain't a good look. And I'm not even accusing you of doing nothing with these men, but that just ain't a good look for you to be sitting here talking to these that just ain't a cute look. There's nothing you need to say to my husband. I don't care. The beginning, the middle, or the end of my marriage. There's nothing. She's talking about something. I think Drew and Ralph will get back together because I've talked to Ralph and blah, blah, blah. Baby, did y'all see the look on Drew's face? Baby, in that moment, I was Drew. I really feel like Drew was ready to jump across that stage, and I would have been there with her. Listen, that would have been one of the moments where I'd have been like, it's never right to put your hands on somebody, but I understand why she did it. Baby, Drew was like, I said, I know that's right. Oh, Mark can say, why all these husbands talking to the resident street walker? Baby, did y'all hear when Kenya said, when Kenya and Marlo was fussing about a date? And I'm going to get to Kenya too, because Kenya, you got caught in a lie too, girl. You got caught in a lie too, Kenya. I'm going to get there in a second. Baby, when Kenya said, well, Marlo didn't know it was a date because she know her dates end with a man leaving money on the the bed stand. I said, bitch. I said, now Kenya. Now Kenya. Right, P. Marlo was doing too much. Okay, so I almost forgot my note I wrote. I forgot to mention this thing about Bob and the baby. That again, Sheree, you lying when the truth will do. Listen, I guess Sheree gonna stick with this lie that she didn't know about this bonus baby that Bob showed up with down to the baby reveal. Listen, I don't believe it. I don't believe that Sheree didn't know about that baby. I believe that. Now, this is what I do believe. I don't believe that Sheree knew about it while they were married. Now, I do believe that. I do not believe that Sheree knew about that baby when her and Bob were together. Now, maybe she found out about it after the divorce or after the separation. Now, I do believe that. But I do not for 1 second of 1 minute, of 1 day, of 1 year, of 1 decade believe that Sheree didn't know about that woman. And I say woman because she grown. I do not believe that Sheree didn't know nothing about that woman until she showed up down to that baby reveal. Because like I said, ain't no way in hell Sheree would have let that woman in that picture if she didn't know who she was. These are your official pictures from your baby reveal that you done spent all this money on, whether it was you, whether it was Bob, whether it was production. Somebody done spent all this money. And you mean to tell me that you let some woman you didn't even know jump in that picture? And then when Andy gonna say, well, your kids knew, why didn't your kids tell you? I don't know. I guess they knew. I didn't give a shit. Ain't no way in hell. Let me tell y'all something. My parents, thank God, are still together, right? I never had to deal with divorce, other women, other men, bonus babies, hidden babies, missing babies. Okay, I don't know nothing about that. Okay, if my daddy got a baby out there, then she ain't never popped up, and she better not pop up now. Okay, because I ain't got nothing for you now. Okay, but let me explain something to you how this will go. Let me go over my daddy's house and find out that my daddy got another baby. I don't give a damn how old I am. I don't care if I'm 15 or 50. You know how fast I'm running home and telling my mama? Ain't no way in hell that I'm going to the cookout over to my daddy's side of the family and it's this girl here that I don't know and he talking about some, oh, here go your daughter. I mean, here go your sister. You think I'm not telling my mama? The hell's wrong with you? Ain't no way in hell. And as close as you and your kids, y'all talk like y'all are. You mean tell me they just conveniently forgot to tell you that they went over their daddy house and they had another sibling pop up? Girl, bye. Sheree, you be lying when the truth will do all the time. What's this? Band and Bougie KM Raw. Okay. Bad and Bougie. I'm added it in. Hey, Bad and Bougie. Welcome to the tribe. Bad and Bougie said, hello, everyone. First time visitor. Sheree knew about that baby in the beginning. She mentioned her in season 1. Oh, see that? See, I would have to go back to season 1. Thank you, Bad and Bougie. Thank you, Boo. I would have to go down and review that. But I believe you because, I don't be remembering all that stuff from 15 years ago. I believe you, though. Because I don't believe that Sheree ain't know about that damn baby. Now, when she found out about it, I don't know. But I know she found out about that baby that night at that baby reveal. I know that. I know she found out about that baby that night. That I know. And then she gonna say, Bob never had a blood test. How you know? You say you didn't know nothing about the baby and you didn't give a shit. How you know Bob ain't never had a blood test? How you know Bob never had a blood test, Sheree? And that's all the more reason why you know that that's his baby. Because how many men do y'all know let a child pop up on them and they don't be like, I need some proof. Sheree just be lying when the truth will do. Anyway, let me get back to my notes. But that's what I knew I forgot to mention. Okay. Marlo talked to Ralph, blah, blah, blah. Okay, then we got this whole Courtney thing. Y'all, did y'all hear Courtney explain? Did y'all hear Courtney explain how her and Ralph was related. Bitch, I'm sorry. See, there I go calling somebody a bitch. Okay, let me rewind that. Let me not call that woman no bitch. She said, hold on, I wrote it down, child. Courtney's dad's sister is married to Ralph's mother's cousin or some shit like that. Listen, y'all, if that is the barometer that we are using to find out who we related to, damn it, we are all related. I could probably talk to 10 people that grew up in DC. And if we started talking about who their cousin was married to and who their mama was married to and all that, I related to all them hoes. Baby, let me tell y'all something. In my family, my aunt has children by somebody who's very famous in the DC area. We don't claim that nigga. You know why we don't claim him? Because he ain't take care of his kids. We don't claim that nigga. I don't go out here just claiming random people just because I feel like it is convenient for me to claim them. I said, what? It's not Chuck Brown, they say here. Although Chuck Brown's sister used to live across the street from my grandmother. I grew up seeing Chuck Brown. Chuck Brown used to ride around in his limo. His limo used to be parked across the street from my grandmother's house when I was a kid, growing up. His sister lived across the street from my grandmother. He was around there. He was always over there. Whenever we saw that limo, we knew Chuck Brown was at the house, child. He rode around this big old limo. You know, back in the day, you're like, oh my gosh, who limo was that? Who limo was that? Sure did. But I don't know him. I ain't about to sit here in front like I know Chuck Brown. I didn't. I don't. Anyway, child. Now listen. I don't normally be talking. You know, I really truly do not. Do I even want to say this? Because I already know if I say this, it's going to come out wrong. I really try not to talk about these women's like physical features, you know, a little light shade about certain things. Sure. Did y'all see Courtney's boobs in that dress? Why did one boob look bigger than the other? And I mean significantly. I'm sure it's just the way it was sitting in that dress. But did y'all see what I saw? And I'm not even saying that to be shady towards Courtney, but baby, that dress wasn't fitting the way it was supposed to fit. I'm not being funny. Did y'all see what I saw? Okay. If you go back and look at it, just if you see what I saw. Okay, moving on. Okay. Then they brought up who was dating about Kenya and Marlo dating the guy that Kenya's dating now, whatever the situation is. Child, Kenya, Andy caught you in the lie. Andy caught you in the lie, girl. Andy caught you in a lie. And you realize you was caught in a lie and you ain't know how to moonwalk out of it. And let me tell you how Andy got her for those who didn't catch it. Kenya, they asked why Roy never showed up on camera. Right? Kenya said, well, you know, once it got out that Marlo was trying to say they dated, you know, he ain't really want to get into all of that. And Andy was like, well, that didn't come out until later. And Kenya was like, no, it was in the super trailer. And Andy was like, right. So that means that the season had already wrapped. When the super trailer came out, y'all were done filming. So the question is, why didn't he film with you during the season? Not why he didn't maybe wanted to back out of it. He should have, like, if y'all went out on a date, if y'all spent time alone at the house, if y'all did anything. And she kept saying, well, yeah, it was in the super trailer. He was like, right, which means y'all were done filming. And listen, Kenya, you're not stupid. You knew what that man was asking you. You're not dumb. You knew what that man was asking you, Kenya. But you got caught in that lie, girl. You got caught in that lie. Baby, the man just didn't film with you because y'all just weren't. All she had to say was, well, you know, Andy, our relationship was still new. And he just was, you know, he just didn't want to be all on the cameras. Everybody understands that. Everybody understands that, Kenya. Maybe she meant after she told him that he didn't want to film. But again, when that happened, they had already been filming. You see what I'm saying? They had already been filming. By the time they got to that scene, and I know that we don't always see things in order. I understand that. But by the time we on screen, by the time we saw that was right before they went to Portugal. That was the same episode that they literally had. Remember, we know it was when they went to Portugal because that was when Ralph had his little men's brunch or whatever, where the men cooked brunch for them. And remember, Drew even said, I don't know why Ralph planned this right before we get ready to go to Portugal. So it literally did happen right around the same time that they were going to Portugal. Baby, you had all season to film with this man. So I said, Kenya, you knew you got caught in that lie. You're not dumb enough. I mean, you too smart to not know that you got caught in that lie, child. Then they brought up the whole ghetto thing with Sonya not defending Candy. Now listen, y'all say that I always be trying to take up for Candy. On this one, I'm with Sonya. Look, y'all all say shit about each other behind each other's back, and y'all all laugh and think when it's funny, it's funny. Child, the woman said that you brought out the ghetto people, and Sonya laughed. Now, Sonya did come back and tell you what that woman said so that you knew what was being said. But, girl, she laughed in the moment. And I believe what Sonya said. Sonya was like, well, Candy, you know, you started that because when I called you and told you I felt some kind of way about what Drew did, and you said, but it was funny. Okay, well, she thought it was funny. She ain't call you ghetto. She just said your fans are ghetto. I'm just saying. Anyway. They brought up the whole door slam down to Birmingham. And Sheree, why are you mad about the fact that Monyetta called y'all hyenas? Girl, I was like, what we arguing about? Like, I didn't even understand what we was arguing about. You mad because Monyetta said y'all was hyenas because you said you didn't see the door slam. And you were like, but I didn't see the door slam. So do you want to take your comment back? No. Because she still felt like y'all was acting funny. And y'all were. Candy told her to her face, though. Sonya hides her hand. Child, but I guess I hear what y'all are saying, but I just don't care. I feel like they all talk about each other, so I don't care. Like, I ain't going to get that mad about it. Like, I do understand where Candy is coming from, but child, I ain't getting that mad about it. I just ain't. I ain't. Hyenas are one of the most highly intelligent animals. Yeah, they're not dumb. Okay. And then the episode ended with Drew and Courtney going back and forth, and Drew being upset that Courtney spoke on her son. Listen, she had every right to be mad. She had every right. She had every right to throw all the shade because baby Drew was mad about that thing, and I was here for that because she did speak ill on, you know, oh, well, that's why Drew wanted him to adopt her son, blah blah blah. Like, I understood. And again, I felt like Drew was really about to come about her seed. And Courtney was like, so what? So what? So what? Listen, let me tell you something. And the only reason why I didn't really spend a whole lot of time on the Courtney thing is because I'm sick of talking about Courtney. Because I feel like I've been talking about Courtney for a week. Ever since last week, Speak on It, I've done 2 videos, and I'm kind of just sick of talking about her. But let me say this, cousin Courtney. Okay. Again, if Drew had jumped across that stage and slapped the shit out of you, I wouldn't have been mad about it. Because instead of saying, you know what, maybe I went too far and I shouldn't have brought your son up, you doubled down on that thing. And you really acted like you have a right to speak on this woman's marriage, this woman's relationship with her children, Ralph's relationship with, I don't give a fuck what Ralph been telling you. I don't care if you and Ralph talk until the wee hours of the morning every night about Drew. I don't care. You don't have a right to stand on that stage and double down on bringing up her child. Okay? The other thing I'm going to say is, if you're trying to convince people that you're not sleeping with Ralph, you're not doing a good job of it. Now, I'm not saying that she is sleeping. I'm just saying that I will believe it. Remember, she is UFCC. Oh, yeah, unverified cousin Courtney. Right, Natty, right. They did talk about this whole, let me say this because this has been a big deal. YouTuber / TikToker Millie Chan did do a trip down to Kenya's salon, and she's saying that Kenya's salon isn't open. Well, Kenya did address that at the reunion. She said that it is. She did a soft opening, but then it's closed because she's still doing construction. Let me say this, and I am going to defend Kenya on this one. I'm going to defend Kenya on this one. A lot of times for these shows, this is what I believe happened. I believe that the salon was not open. I mean, was not ready to open while they were filming. I believe that Kenya pushed to get the salon in condition enough for her to film for a soft opening. For anybody who doesn't understand what a soft opening is just that. It is not ready for the public. When restaurants have a soft opening, they generally invite friends and family to come through, to taste the food, to say, whether the food is good or bad. My sister, y'all know my sister is a chef, and I've been to a couple of soft openings for restaurants. My sister has opened 2 restaurants in her career, and I've been to the soft openings. Let me give you a perfect example of why soft openings are important. So one of the restaurants my sister opened up, if you guys are in the DC area, there's a restaurant called Ted's Bulletin. My sister opened up the Ted's Bulletin that is on over by the Marine Barracks. If you've ever been to the Ted's Bulletin over by the Marine Barracks, my sister opened up years ago. It's been open for, I don't even know if it's still open now, but she opened up that restaurant. When we went for the soft opening, if you've ever been to a Ted's Bulletin, it has like an old 1930s, 1940s diner theme to it, right? They play, when you're in the restaurant, they have a big screen where they play like old cartoons and old like clips of old movies and stuff like that. One of the and it's a pre-made reel. Like, they don't make the reel themselves. They bought it from somewhere, and it's a pre-made reel. Well, one of the cartoons that was in the reel was racist. It was racist. It was one of those old cartoons that had one of the characters in blackface with the big lips, right? They were able to take it out, and of course they weren't going to use that company anymore, and they were able to get another reel and have it ready for the actual opening. Those are the things that you do at a soft opening, so you're not playing something like that for the public, right? That's just an example. I believe that Kenya was trying to get the salon in good enough condition to film, knowing that it would, hoping, because we know it didn't make it, but hoping that it would be on the show but it wasn't ready because she's always said that it will be ready in fall of 2023. Well, it's not fall. Well, I think technically it is fall now, but it wasn't fall yet. So I don't think it was ever meant to be open to the public. So I'm going to defend Kenya on that one. I'm going to defend Kenya on that one because I don't feel like it was ever meant to be open at that time. Do I think Kenya is going to open up a salon? Absolutely. I don't think it was a fake salon. I don't think that it's non-existent. I think Kenya absolutely is opening up a salon. I just think it's not ready. She opened it up to film, so it would be a part of the season, and it's still having construction done. That's what I believe. At this point, Bravo needs to extend the reunion to people have a live audience at the reunion. This reunion part 1 sucked. It moved really fast. Well, the season was bad. See, a reunion is only as good as the season. If the season isn't good, the reunion, like you could, the reunion is about talking about what happened in the season. If we don't give a damn about what happened in the season, you know what I mean? But I understand what you're saying, Precious. I understand what you're saying. Right. Sheree's house wasn't completed and they filmed her having a housewarming when it was still under construction. Right. So that's what I'm saying. They do it all the time, y'all. They do these things all the time because they're trying to get it in the show. Because remember, that was supposed to be Kenya's storyline. That was supposed to be her storyline. So anyway. Right, P. Soft opening, small, private, like a soft launch pilot. It's not a grand opening, which is for the public. Exactly. And Kenya always said it was a soft opening. She has always said that. So anyway. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Now, listen. I'm going to see what these receipts is giving. I'm going to give them what these receipts is giving when the She by Sheree designer is going to drop their receipts. My mama be playing with me, y'all. My mama just sent me a text. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to also tomorrow, y'all know I'm off tomorrow. I think I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to watch. If it's any good, we'll talk about it. The documentary about Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. If there's anything new, anything I need to glean from it, then we'll do a live on that. But that's pretty much what I have going on. We're gonna get out of here. I was getting ready to see. Y'all see I did good. I was getting ready to go left and I caught myself, child. I'll probably watch Speak on It tonight, or I'll listen to Speak on It tonight. If it's worth talking about, child, we'll talk about that tomorrow too. But child. Anyway, but other than that, I'm getting out of here. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.